got a smile and it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. Yeah! Of course, it's kind of cloudy outside and it's been raining all day and kind of sucks actually if you want to know the truth. Anyway, this is for the Afterfight Afterthought for the Saul Alvarez Ryan Rhodes fight. And for those of you who don't know about Afterfight Afterthoughts, it's I go do the before, during, and after the fight. I start with the winner, who is the after fight, and then I move on to the loser, who's the afterthought. Kind of catchy, isn't it? Yeah. I thought of it first. No one else. It was me. I don't care what anyone says. It was me. Okay. Going over, we're going to start with Saul Alvarez, and going into this fight, this is another step up for him. Every fight that he's done, you can arguably say he has increased his level of opponents going into the fight. It's a dangerous fight for him because he is taking on a veteran and one that is hitting his stride or regaining his stride or capturing something. Fountain of youth, whatever you want to call it. Was his last fight too early for the title? Remember, when he was fighting Hatton, it was not for a title. And then once they stripped Pacquiao because he refuses to fight at 154, well, any legitimate contenders at 154, because he's not fighting at 154, then that title became available to them, so they fought for it. So when you're looking at all that and the amazing, intense, unbelievable amount of pressure that is on him to succeed in his home country, and the fight is in his home country, is he gonna have a letdown? Is this gonna be it? Is the older, possibly stronger fighter gonna come in and wear him out a little bit, catch him off with the emotions and stuff, and take it from him? I don't know. Over to the afterthought, you're looking at Ryan Rhodes. This is it, man. He's 34 years old. He's got to go for broke. If he wins, the world's his oyster. He's going to get a couple of big paydays, and then, he can ride off in the sunset. Whatever, I don't think you have a lot of horses there, so maybe ride his bike off in the sunset. I don't know what he's got the power, to take him out. Look, he can apply the pressure. Is his record overinflated? See, those are a couple things there, and unfortunately, and a lot of people in Europe are like, man, screw you, man, screw you. But a lot of those fighters, you tend to be, or can be, a bit homerish for, and they really haven't fought anybody. Let me change the brightness, just see how that works there. Looking kind of dark, or kind of too light. There. That's a little better, isn't it? Okay. Got a little color. I actually do get in the sun and have a tan. Anyway, going into this, the fight starts, and you can almost instantly see that there is a difference in abilities between Alvarez and Rhodes. And first round was Alvarez, second round was Alvarez, third round comes in, Alvarez is boxing, countering, outworking Rhodes, looking for the one shot, and he keeps switching, and every time he switches, he gets punched in the face. And his corner pleads with him throughout the entire fight, do not go southpaw. Every time you go southpaw, you get punched in the face. And as I brought up in the video, if you're not an absolute elite fighter, you cannot switch left-right and be effective. Marvin Hagler did it. This isn't Marvin Hagler. That's all I'm saying. And the fourth, you have Rhodes backing up. Alvarez is closing in, landing rights to the body. Rhodes goes on the ropes. Alvarez is absolutely teeing off on him. Lands a couple big shots. Rhodes does go down, but it's more of because he's off balance and trying to get out of the way from getting hit. It wasn't like a massive knockdown. It wasn't a big knockdown. Rhodes regained his thing and came in again. Landing combos. Alvarez was at the end of the round, and that was Alvarez's round as well. That was a 10-8 round, actually. In the fifth round, Rhodes is pushing 1-2 to the body by Alvarez. Combos by Alvarez. The speed is absolutely showing. Nice uppercut by Alvarez. Big 1-2-2 by Alvarez. Combos. Head body work by Alvarez. Totally dominating the rounds. I mean, Rhodes, if he's landing anything, it's an occasional one-punch type of throw. You don't really see any combos. It's kind of painful to see it happen like this, but it's unfolding before your eyes, and you're realizing you know, when that 6th round, you know, with the combos and speed, nice right hand landing by Rhodes, that even while he's doing that, you're finding only like one shot. You're like, oh, he landed a shot, and it takes, you know, what Alvarez is doing is at a different level. You know, again, that was a 10-9 round for Alvarez. The 6th round was kind of close for Rhodes. If there was a round you might want to give Rhodes, that could have been one. In the 7th, you know, combos landing by Alvarez, Rhodes is throwing. There's a push by Alvarez, Rhodes goes down. Then Alvarez just starts teeing off. You know, Rhodes lands some combos, 1-2 by Rhodes. Lots of inactivity in this round, in the 7th round. If Alvarez wasn't throwing punches and bringing it to him, Rhodes wasn't going for it. You're down 6 rounds to nothing. One of them is a 10-8 round, but yet you're not pushing the issue and throwing the punches. You're not bringing it. And Alvarez's power was coming into effect. His speed was coming into effect. So while we hammer on Rhodes for his inactivity, if he opens up, he gets hit. He gets hammered. And that happens through the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. It's all, you know, big things. And then in the 12th round, the corner, all the rounds were for Alvarez, by the way. And when it came in that 12th round, the corner was pleading to Rhodes, please, please do something. You know, you might as well get knocked out at this time. Even Roy Jones Jr. was saying that, you know, you're behind so far that just finishing the fight, what's the difference? You lost every round. You got to get in there and do something. The problem was I think Rhodes was listening to Rhodes' corner, because he came out like gangbusters, man. Big 1-2s, buckled. You could see Rhodes' knees buckle. You know, big combos by Alvarez, and Rhodes is hurt again. And, you know, he comes in, just starts hammering him, and eventually the ref stops the fight. The corner stops the fight. The old lady in the front row was throwing her handkerchief in the ring. Everybody wanted that fight stopped, and unfortunately for Rhodes, you know, he got whitewashed. You know, it was very rough. So moving after the fight, when you start looking at that, you know, it's another great win for Alvarez. His last win over Hatton, his last win over Rhodes, really didn't lose any rounds in either one of those fights, and he showed he is class above, as Rhodes admitted. You know, very, very humble man, Rhodes is. I like him. I'm just saying that. He looked impressive. His D looked more improved. Maybe Grady Brewer, because Brewer had that big, you know, knockout win over Guerrero. Made me look kind of stupid. Anyway, Consi, or even Margarito, though I don't believe Margarito deserves a title shot. Just saying that. The Lara Williams winner would be a good one for there. You know, he said he'd fight anybody, including the devil. I think that's what he said. I don't know. I don't understand Spanish very well. And going to Ryan Rhodes. Rhodes obviously said he wants to fight the EBU champion there, Consi. You know, he said he didn't give up. He didn't lose the title. He gave it up in order to fight these fights. Matthew Hatton is out there. Prince Aaron. That'd be a good one. And, you know, unfortunately, what we get to look at now is that he's not world class. He is a very good fighter, but he's not a world class fighter. And that's usually what it takes to win the titles, unless you have really good scheduling. Okay? So, hey, please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this. And, yeah, and be my friend. Yeah. Anyway, this is Bigragu. I'm out.